on, and then I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna share these in the groups.
Just me, or did Amazon sales die at like 2 o'clock this afternoon?
Yeah, they're weird right now.
Like I was at like 19 sales and it hasn't moved since like before 2 o'clock this afternoon.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird right now.
Still spending my AMS dollars though. I got a couple notifications that I had ad sets that ran out of budget.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I've been doing that too. Like I've been telling a lot of people, man. Like if you guys are just hopping on the show, I tell you again before we even started. Spend money on AMS. Spend money on ads, man. Just test it. It's not gonna hurt to spend $5. Don't buy coffee for the day. Like I don't.
Yeah, but let's put the caveat on that too. Don't put your bids at like 75 cents cost per click because it gets spent really, really quickly. Also, don't run ads to everything.
You know what? You know what I said to that? I said let them put the 75 cents. Let them learn and let them like learn the hard way until they finally.
You hear that, people? RJ wants you to blow your money. You heard that here first.
So you guys can learn. Like honestly, that's like, you know what I mean? I did it a couple times and I learned. I'm like, wow, oh, okay, let me turn this down real fast.
I don't want you to go broke. RJ wants you to go broke.
It's the best way to learn, though, I think, honestly. Yeah, okay. Everybody's hopping in. Let me go ahead and share this in the group real fast, Kelly.
Okay.
Share these in the groups. Let's get everybody on here.
I said that, and I get a sale on Amazon right now. So, the hell do I know?
It was probably you got to sell early, and they forgot to.
I know.
Let me share this in the group. Everybody that's hopping on, please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, and let's go ahead and share this video too. Let's get some people in here. Kelly has some really good content to share with everybody.
Yeah.
And we have some really good questions. Hopefully, we have really good questions in the chat. Boom, boom. I'm going to show you right now. Live. So here.
All right. Let me share this to my page real quick.
All right, get it on. Okay, cool. All right, boom. Posting on merch lines. Posting on merch lines. Yeah.
There has to be some software that lets you just post all these at once.
No, there's not.
Anthony had something like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking.
It was I think it was mini. I'm not sure what it was, but it sent to everybody in the DM.
No, it wasn't ManyChat. It was something they actually posted in the group.
Okay. All right, guys. Everyone, what's going on? What's up? What's up? Love your shirt, Matt. That's what someone said in here. Dale's in here too. What's up, Dale? What's going on? He's in the other room or something?
No, he's like 3 feet away.
Oh, he's right. Okay.
We have a very small apartment.
Okay, cool. All right, guys. If you guys don't know who Kelli is, we know who she is. She is killing it with just print on demand in general. I want to say because you're doing merch by Amazon too as well, correct?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, and then she's doing a KDP and CreateSpace because I know you're still uploading to CreateSpace too, right?
Actually, no. I was bored about 2 weeks ago, and I wanted something fun to do. So I did the transfer from CreateSpace to KDP, and it was easy. I've been really, really, really happy.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been holding off on that. I really need to do that just because I want to be able to run ads and stuff to some of my books, and I haven't been able to do that yet.
It took maybe 2 minutes to start the process. And on the back end, I had about 5,000 titles to transfer. Mm-hmm. It took maybe a half an hour.
That's good because I'm nowhere near that, so that should not be a problem for me then.
Okay. If you we're gonna start with our last 7 days. If you don't want to share, you don't have to.
Oh, they're pure crap the past 7 days, but I can share.
Okay. So my last 7 days is because a lot of people just like to accountability. You know what I mean? They like to kind of just keep up with us and stuff like that. So last 7 days, 265 shirts sold at $578 in royalties.
My last 7 days are 134 at 389.89, but it seems to be trending up. They've been going up every day for like the last 5 days, so that's nice. They were sucking.
Yeah.
I want to preface, I do merch part-time. Yeah. My last 7 days, 32 shirts sold, $156.60.
Nice. And that's part-time, guys. So she's making us look bad at work because we're full-time. Just kidding.
I try to limit it to 30 minutes to an hour a day if possible.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. If you guys okay, also to we're gonna have Kelly's YouTube channel down below. If you guys haven't subscribed to her channel, do me a favor, go ahead and subscribe to her channel, and also do another favor, share one of her videos. You know what I mean, with on your Facebook page or any type of story or something like that. That will help out a lot. And if you guys haven't got the research yet, we do have the research that me and Matt have been doing. We have it down below right here. So down below in the description, it says research down there too, if you guys haven't purchased it yet for this month. Yeah, so okay, let's get into it. So Kelly, you want to go ahead and kind of just give us your story and stuff like that, and how you started doing KD or Create Space at first, correct?
Yeah, I'll start. I actually started in the online world with eBay in 1998. Okay. And then I did the whole college thing, and, oh, you're supposed to get a real job with benefits, yada, yada. And it really wasn't for me, but I just did that thing. And then probably about 6-7 years ago, I started thrifting again, doing eBay part-time, made it a full-time income. So then I quit the job about 5.5 years ago. My last job was in investments. And slowly but surely, I just didn't enjoy eBay anymore. So I went to Kindle Publishing, and then I did Amazon FBA. Then about 3 years ago, I found this whole no content thing with Create Space, and I really, really enjoyed it. It was about the same time I found merch, and I feel the two correlate really well. And so in January 2016, I uploaded my first journal. I was like, oh, this process is so tedious. And so it was off and on in 2016. And then Q4 of 2016, I saw the power of how much could sell with books. I already knew with FBA, but it just blew my mind with books. I can make thousands of dollars without even leaving my house. And then I just continued it because that gave me the motivation. And then last December, I did 5 figures. And so this whole year, I've just been keeping it up. I put out a course, but I really miss designing. So I took down the course, and I'm just back at it with merch and KDP. That's a synopsis.
Yeah.
So. Okay.
So now you're doing basically your main thing is KDP right now, correct?
Main thing's KDP, but Amazon's Amazon. I don't want to do just one thing. So I'm doing KDP merch, and then I upload YouTube videos twice a week.
Now, what are you doing with KDP? Is it just the journals, or are you doing multiple different things?
It's just the journals right now. I'm starting to do more complex interiors, but that's really, really new for me. I have so many ideas for journals, so I'm trying to get through that list and slowly work on the more complex interiors. It's tough for me mentally because if I'm making this much money just doing lines, why deviate? Why spend a few hours on an interior when I can make,
right? I get it.
So that's been my struggle.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's pretty interesting. But also too, when you think about when you're spending more time doing the actual interiors, you're kind of separating yourself from everybody else because they're not going to have the same interior as you. Correct? Less competition, right?
Absolutely. With more competition, I think it's going to be a necessity to differentiate yourself from the crowd. Absolutely.
So I haven't done any journals yet. So, but I have done some stuff on Create Space and KDP. When you're doing the books, do you have the ability to show the interiors, right? To show what's setting aside your journal from other journals?
On the product page, they have something called, it's either see inside or look inside, but Amazon controls that because sometimes it's not activated. I don't go back and check all my books. It should have the feature within a few weeks of publishing, but it doesn't always happen.
Right, I've noticed that on mine too. because that's one of the things that I really started out with our stuff, was trying to do things different and a more high quality. And then I noticed, I'm like, well, pretty much the only way I can stand out is my covers, because the covers get shown every single time. The interiors don't necessarily do.
Yeah, I mean, the best you can do is either put your, because I've done some blank comic books. I've made my cover look like the comic book. I don't know if that even helps.
All right. Yeah. Also, too, like you do have like a lot of videos on like research. I was going through your channel earlier, just like on researching how to find niches or niches.
Yeah, I love YouTube. I never thought I would. I think it's so much fun to make videos. And then one of the 2 videos I do each week is a live chatting with people. It's so much fun.
Okay. So to the guys, so basically she's kind of just showing you guys like how to do how to do journals on KDP, and not only that, she's doing like a weekly like a webinar, you know what I mean? So it's like a Q&A kind of in a way, right?
Yeah, and it's so much less stress for me. I did the whole course thing. I just didn't enjoy it. I much prefer getting it together, informally and just chatting and answering questions. So that's what I've chosen to do so far.
Okay.
Yeah. You hear that, RJ? Courses are no fun.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying, totally, for sure. That's why me and Matt haven't decided to come out with a course yet. We do plan on coming out with one, but we're just like, we enjoy doing this right here, like the one-on-ones and interviewing people and stuff, and kind of just showing people like different perspective from like how people are doing things online, like, because this is how we're all e-commerce together, but we're all doing things differently. So that's a big thing for everybody to learn too. It's like like I said, it's all a test. Like, you didn't know that you're going to do KDP or CreateSpace unless you tested it, right?
No, I freaking majored in political science in college. I had no clue I would ever do anything this creative. I thought I was going to go to law school. Nope, didn't happen. It's okay.
That's funny. Okay, if you don't mind, like there's like, so you've been putting up some really big numbers with last year you did, right? Correct?
Yeah, with CreateSpace, I did 17,000 last December. I wish I could do 17,000 every month, but I'm always upfront with people that it's mainly like 5 to 6.
Yeah, I mean that's normal with e-commerce though. It's cyclical.
Oh, absolutely.
Anybody that's been on it for longer than a year realizes that there's going to be ups and downs. Like it's like that with retail.
Oh, for sure.
Now, how's quarter 4 like treating you so far on KDP? Like, how's that going?
KDP, it's been pretty cool. It's definitely an increase over last year at this time. I've been doing, because KDP allows 7 keywords as opposed to 5 and much longer keywords. So I've been editing a lot of my listings and taking advantage of that. I'm happy. I'm pretty happy so far, and I know it's going to get much better. So I can't wait.
For sure.
No, that's awesome. That's a really good, like, that's when you said I'm happy. That's pretty cool. So that's the main thing, is being happy. So with that, do you know how many journals you actually have published, or like how many altogether?
It's so tough because I used to do the whole ghostwriting thing, and with KDP, it's like all meshed together. If I had to estimate, it's between 5,500 and 6,000.
Okay. Now those journals, when you're coming up with like the ideas, because I'm assuming they're not like just random journals, you have like actual niches that you go after, right? Like you're trying to target to get people to buy. How do you come up with the ideas for your niches?
Well, right now, luckily, I'm still deviating from the niches that are going well. But originally, I would just go to Pinterest and see, see if I could get some ideas from there. And, once I got a niche from Pinterest, I would Google, whatever the niche was, and then quotes. I would never copy, but obviously get some inspiration that way.
Yeah.
And then go to Amazon and see how many products are there for that niche, and go from there. And if you can find a niche that has few products, you've hit gold. I don't use any external websites, but beyond that, like tools like Merch Informer or anything like that. I just use the free stuff, Pinterest, Amazon, stuff like that.
Right. Can we back it up just 1 second, just because I know some of our audience probably, like, they may have heard of this, but they may not understand exactly what it is that you're selling. Essentially what you're selling is a journal on the inside that's, you have different interiors, whether it's college ruled, regular ruled, whatever, and then it's a cover, right? Like, that's essentially what you're doing. That's why you call it no content.
Yes, correct.
And then how did you stumble across that? Like, how did you come up with this idea? Like, did you see somebody else doing it and that's what gave you the idea?
Yeah, I think it was the latter portion of 2015. Dave Koziel, I don't know if you guys ever remember him from the Kindle days, put on a webinar about no content books and journals. And so I watched it. I was intrigued. And I put up a few in January just to see. I remember him saying in the webinar that it would take time, but so I always knew that. So that's where the original idea came from, was Dave.
Gotcha. And then are you doing the actual like graphic design work for the covers, or do you have a VA that does that for you? Do you outsource that portion of it?
No, I do it all myself because I genuinely love the process.
Nice. Nice. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So okay, let me see. If you guys have any questions too, go ahead and get the questions in the chat too for Kelly.
There's always a delay.
Honestly, like I see a lot of people like, oh yeah, now I'm gonna start on KDP. Like, just go out, just do it, man. Just upload, do 5 journals just to do it, just to get it out the way. Say you did it, because like a lot of people say, I'm gonna do it, then don't do it. And
your toughest one is going to be the first one.
Yeah,
for sure. And I mean that's why Kelly has a channel too. I'm sure that she goes through some of the processes in actually creating a journal, right?
I go through bits and pieces. I don't have, I mean, it's not like a course step by step, but I do short bits and pieces video, and I'm always up for answering questions on my lives.
I mean, tutorial videos are one of the quickest ways to like grow your channel too.
Oh, so yeah.
You might want to do like just just a really simple, like step by step how to upload your first journal or something like that. I guarantee you, like, you'll get a lot of people to watch that video.
That's a really good idea. I have been kind of holding off just because this whole CreateSpace to KDP merge, but it's about time.
Yeah. No, I go also too with I did a video on that, but it was like they're much more strict on KDP compared to CreateSpace.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And with CreateSpace, I didn't do anything wrong, but I sort of learned after a while what you could and couldn't do. I haven't had that time with KDP yet.
Yeah. So. No, because I uploaded about 20 journals and they all got rejected, and I was like, oh man. So
I'm staying so conservative right now, so conservative.
Okay, yeah, I probably have I uploaded about, I think maybe 30 of them that are live. But I'm kind of getting used to it, just testing a lot, just making a lot of the mistakes that people are scared to make, and I just want to test it out. That way I can kind of come out with another video on how to upload to KDP and kind of get more detailed. You know what I mean? So
yeah, that's a good idea.
But yeah, that's pretty interesting, guys. If you guys really think about it, okay, last year in December you did around 17,000.
Yes.
Did you have the same amount uploaded live? Like, did you have the same amount of journals live?
It's so tough to go back and know my exact number I had up. If I had to estimate, it was roughly between 3,500 and 4,000, because the course I had out earlier in the year took a lot of my time. So I haven't been uploading every single month this year. Yeah.
That's pretty, that's like the sales ratio, like compared to live, it's like, that's really good.
I was happy. I wish it was December all year round.
No, really.
Okay, with your niches and stuff like that, are you when you started designing for one niche, you started making sales, did you take over that whole niche, or like how is your thought process on that? Like how are you doing that?
If I find a brand new niche, I do 2, maybe 3 journals in that niche. Okay. And then if I see sales, I will do more in that niche. There's so many niches out there. I don't want to do 10, 20, 30 if it's not proven for me, because there are some popular journals out there, for instance, dot grid journals. I have some out there. I can't get them to sell for anything. So, and some people can. So I just want to make sure it's a niche that I can sell titles in before I go deeper.
Okay. All right. No, that's pretty interesting, because it's like kind of like almost the same way with merch by Amazon. It's like we're designing first, like we're making a shirt design.
Yeah.
You're designing for the front of a cover, and it's like the same exact thing, but just the book, like a book compared to a shirt. That's it.
Absolutely. And for me, I get bored so easily. So I would rather, even if I lose money, I would rather do many niches and just learn new things.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
Okay. For the rejections, I think it was the margins, and there was something else. I'm not quite sure, the margins on KDP, like they want you within a certain, like they don't want your margins to be all weird.
They are so picky, and I am so not technical.
Yeah.
I know with CreateSpace, they used to just fix it for you, but KDP is so picky.
Yeah,
but their customer service has really gotten a lot better. So anyone listening having that issue or I recommend emailing or calling. They're really good.
Yeah. It was also with the design too on the cover too. Like you can't be outside the margins, or they'll reject it. They won't help you or nothing like that.
Yeah.
That's why it was so easy to upload. Now like this came to mind. It's like, and now it's so easy to upload a CreateSpace because they would help you. They're like, after it was live, they say, okay, we fixed this, so we fix this for you. So next time, this is what you have to do. Okay, now I get it. Now this came to mind right now. So.
Yeah.
All right, cool. We're getting some questions in. You're welcome, Michelle. Appreciate you for watching.
Yeah, I'd love to do a lot of questions in this episode just because I feel like a lot of our audience isn't like deep in the KDP space. Most of them are more merch people. So you're going to be a great resource to give them some ideas.
Sure.
No, that also too. Yeah, that just is like another this is like another stream of income. And if you guys really think about it, compared to how many merch designs you guys have up live, like I have close to 10,000 merch designs live, and like my numbers should be way higher than what they should be right now. That's why I keep on asking her how many journals does she have published, because I want you guys to realize like the sales ratio between like what she has live and her profit margin for the month is like way better than what we do on Merch by Amazon. So,
oh yeah,
I'm not putting us down or nothing, guys, but I just want you guys to see, like, you know what I mean? We gotta kind of just go with the flow, and whatever showing us better results. Sometimes that's what we have to do. You know what I mean? So, something to think about.
For sure. Are you doing any kind of advertising to your journals at all, or are you just basically putting them up and depending on organic search?
They're organic search. I hate advertising.
Okay.
Frog Roll says Dell and Kelly are vegan peeps. Not many vegans around, so we got some people that follow you guys here.
Thank you for stopping by.
We have a question for RJ. Is it true that RJ called Young 7 to 8 times the second night in Seattle and couldn't remember doing that?
God. There it goes.
If you guys are looking for more of this content, Friday we will be starting a new show, the Average Joe Merch Show. And Young Jae Chung and Matt Carlett are going to be joining me and RJ every single week, or most weeks anyways, to focus more on some basic merch stuff. Let's see. There was a good question I saw in here.
There's Mike. Mike's in here? I'm not sure who that is.
So here's a question. How do you get around the fact that KDP doesn't allow putting the size of book and number of pages in the title or subtitle, Kelly?
I don't put it in there. I allow, because I forget what the header is, but down by the rank, it gives you that information. Or you could put it in the description. So, but I haven't, before I made the transfer, I took out all that information in my subtitle. And my subtitles are very bland and generic now. My sales have not went down since I took that out.
Right. I mean, everybody's competing on basically the same grounds anyways. Like nobody can do it.
Right.
Are you doing any kind of HTML in your description to make it stand out a little bit better?
Yes. And I highly recommend other people do that too.
Okay. Yeah. It definitely helps a lot. It makes it look a lot more professional.
Yes. People like bullet points. You know, people don't want to read stuff.
Yeah.
There's one right here that says, what software do you use to make KDP journals?
I love Photoshop. I also use the Over app. And to get the template, I just go to bookowl.com. And I also use Cover Creator and KDP, their templates.
Gotcha. Okay. Go ahead, RJ.
A lot of those are free tools too, correct?
Except for Photoshop. I get like, it's what, $9.99 a month plus tax.
Okay.
So
basically,
or if you know somebody with a college email address, it's a lot cheaper.
Oh, really?
It's a lot cheaper. Yeah, but
how cheaper?
It's $19.99 a month for the entire suite. So like we use a lot of different tools, but I still think it's cheaper on the Photoshop side.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I mean, because we use Illustrator, we use InDesign for the CreateSpace or KDP stuff. If you've never used InDesign, InDesign's awesome. And then we use Photoshop, and then I use some of the tools on my phone.
Yeah, it's on my to-do list for next year to learn.
Super easy.
Here's the question right here that's directed to me. Then it goes straight to you, Kelly. See if you can answer this. Since we are allowed to put cuss words on merch T-shirts now, do you know if we can put cuss words on KDP journals?
Yes, you can. I did it on CreateSpace all the time. With the KDP side, if it's a new upload, I've been checking the adult box. I have not published a new title yet on KDP without checking that box. And I have talked to, we talked about it in one of my lives one week, and one of my viewers does curse words on KDP, checks the box, and still gets sales.
Interesting. I never knew that. Good question. Good question. Okay, let's see. What other reason would you do KDP besides the money? What other reason would you do KDP besides the money?
I think it's a rhetorical question.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a serious question.
Yeah, okay. Where we at? No content, wear t-shirt. So these journals don't have content. You're just making the covers.
I mean, they have lines for the most part. I'll do different types of interiors that are basic lines, like guest books.
Okay.
But, you know, in the past, like I remember last Q4, I tried doing complex interior and just didn't do well. I've just done well with lines, so I've just continued it.
How many pages do you put per book?
It depends on the niche.
Okay.
Usually roughly 100 to 120.
Okay. I've been putting...
And then,
go ahead.
I was going to say, at that, right, because there's a cutoff for KDP, depending on how many pages is what kind of like the royalties are paid out on, right?
Yes.
Do you know what that is?
108. Anything
Okay.
108 and below is going to be the same base cost. When you get above 108, it adds like a 1/4 cent or a 1/2 cent per page or something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 1 second. Sorry, folks. I gotta let you. Okay. Joseph came in late. I'm not sure if you probably already answered it. Was the 1,800 journals the amount that she sold, or I think he's 18. I think he meant to put 18,000, or what does it say?
18. No, I don't know.
No.
Have you ever seen? So, just side note, have you ever seen the 5-minute journal, Kelly?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, because that's kind of one of the ideas I was having in terms of doing something that's a little bit more complex on the interior too, is something similar to that. Because they're basically the same page after page. You just write in the date, you write in all the information. It's a journaling exercise.
Absolutely. Anything guided journals, I would definitely go for.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Michelle, do they all have to do PDF?
Yes, both of my interior and cover are PDF. I'm not sure if you can get away with any other extensions or not.
So watch out, RJ's gonna upload 100 curse word books. The program. What's okay? Let's see. What's the biggest challenge that you faced with KDP?
Focus. Absolutely. Okay. It is. Data entry is so boring. So it's focus is probably my biggest problem. Okay. I solved that with watching too much Hulu and Netflix and YouTube. So it's still not perfect though, but I try my best.
Right. Now, I mean, on average, how many do you feel like you can get up a day? I'm sure it's not the same every single day, but I mean, like, if you're working your butt off, like, how many do you think you can put up?
In CreateSpace days, I used to be able to probably hammer out 50 or 60, but this KDP for me is much slower. It would make me insane by the end of the night, but probably 20 to 30.
Okay.
And that's just because of the copy pasting, extra keywords. I'm just slower, but I'm okay with that.
I mean, you do 20 a day and you do that over the course of a year. That's a lot of books.
And you just, yeah, for sure. You just got to make sure it's quality. You know,
Yeah.
I've heard from some people it's all about quantity. You got to make sure they're good books.
Right. Yeah. You got to make sure it's something somebody actually wants to buy. Don't just throw it up there.
Yeah. Don't throw up crap and waste your time.
Oh, actually, I ordered like about, I forgot to make a video on it, but I wanted to, but I ordered like eight journals, or it was 10 journals, and I gave away 2 of them, so I only have 8 left now. But they're actually, like, the quality of them are pretty good, guys. Like, it's pretty amazing, like how fast that's another thing though too. Kelly, when I seen you in Seattle, like we're talking about like how fast they're shipped to you. Like they're printed and shipped to you. Like they have that part down. Like they have it printed and shipped to you within 2 days. So like you guys understand how powerful that is. And then not only that, when you upload them, they're uploaded to how many different marketplaces, Kelly? Do you know by chance?
It's a lot with probably 8 at least with KDP now.
Yeah, and I kind of like when I met Kelly and Dale in Seattle, I was like, man, like I don't think people don't understand, like these journals are printed and shipped within 2 days, and they're delivered to the customer. Like Merch by Amazon don't have that down yet. But not only that, when you upload one journal, it's uploaded to 8 different marketplaces, and that's another thing too. Like one click and it's uploaded to 8 different platforms. I mean 8 different marketplaces. And that right there alone, if you guys really kind of think about it, that's really good. Like how about what's your second biggest marketplace, Kelly?
Oh, UK for sure. Because I have some journals out there that are specifically for the UK market. They're uploaded to the US, but the thing on the cover is UK humor. So it sells much more over there.
Yeah, I mean, I was making sales in the UK before we could make, shirts in the UK. That was the nice thing about it. Like you had the ability to upload over into those different platforms.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's so much opportunity using that in like, I don't know, European countries. So yeah, it's good.
There's a question now. What motivates you to keep making KDP books?
I enjoy the process. I really enjoy designing. I'm not going to lie. When I first started, if I didn't make money, I don't know if I would keep doing it, but it's probably the combination of still making money and being able to design and learn and watch Hulu while I upload. It's just fun to me. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. But not only that too, like you said, you have in your weekly lives too as well. And people are like learning from you. And I'm pretty sure you have like a couple people that are successful just by you teaching them, correct?
Yeah, through that and the course and people watching the videos. And that's just the biggest high for me, or whatever you want to call it, seeing people successful. There was this one lady who quit her full-time job to do journals because she saw one of my interviews a couple months ago. Yeah. And that's just powerful. That's just so cool.
Nice. That's pretty awesome right there, guys. And that's another thing too. That's why me and Matt love doing stuff like this, and we come on every week because we enjoy it. And then like once the satisfaction of someone learning from you, and then all of a sudden you start communicating with them every day too. That's another thing too. Like now you're probably communicating with her every day and kind of just bouncing ideas off of each other because you guys are on that level now, right?
I don't know about every day, but it usually weekly. I'm trying to stay really focused for, Q4, but there for a while we were talking almost daily.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's so fun.
For sure. Do you have any tips for like how you maintain your focus, Kelly?
If I start, I know mentally if I'm going to break down, if I'm so scatterbrained and unfocused, I take time off. It might be a couple hours for a walk. I might go get a kombucha drink at the store and come back and I'm refreshed. But probably taking breaks is my biggest thing to stay focused because I do genuinely enjoy it. So I feel like time away, you almost miss it. So, yeah.
RJ, you got any tips on staying focused?
I think just taking breaks and setting like honestly, like I've been trying to set it to like when I get off the computer, like I'm off like at 5 o'clock. Like I've been hitting the gym every morning. Then like the gym, and then just like at 12, I told my buddy I'm taking a lunch break at 1. He laughed at me, and I was like, I'm being serious, man. And he's like, you don't take lunch breaks. I was like, yes, I do. You know what I mean? So I've been trying to do that, kind of just taking breaks throughout the day, because I think one person can only consume so much content in a day. That's very important, but you want to do it in a timely manner. That way, you can just learn at the same time, but not overwhelm yourself.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the other part of it is like shut off the distractions, like shut off Facebook Messenger, shut off anything that might pull your attention away from what you're doing. Because it's real easy to like, get a message here and then suddenly before you know, you spend 25 minutes going back and forth and you got nothing done.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I think finding fun niches is good too. Find something that interests you. That keeps my focus. And also not overworking. There's so much work to do in this business. So you just got to set yourself a limit and stick to that limit.
There's one more question in here. So please ask Kelli if she makes any journals with colored interiors. I'm wondering if they still sell even though you have to price them higher.
I have one I just put up 2 weeks ago, but it's only one. It has not sold yet. I know Dale's testing it though. If you do more niche-based interiors, not go up to 100-ish pages, stick it to like 25 to 30, you can price it competitively. You just got to find the right niche. I haven't found the right niche, but there has to be something out there.
What do you mean like the interiors are colored? Like what do you mean
like instead of black and white, put flowers, for instance, on the border and make it colored.
Okay.
But it's very, very, very expensive if you want to do a 100-page journal. It's not priced competitively at all.
Okay. I got it. And then here's another question that says, how do you market self-help books on Amazon?
I have a couple self-help books. I just let keywords do the talking. I generally despise marketing. So I just try to have the best keywords out there possible.
Okay. So you're going to do keywords, like where are you finding those keywords?
I use keywords. I use the predictive search in Amazon. I see what people are searching for and I use that.
Mm-hmm. I feel like we're going to say that so many times on every single episode and we're still going to get the same question the next episode. Like, seriously, guys, like just put in the first word of whatever that you would search for to find whatever you're looking for and see what Amazon spits back at you. It's like, it's the most powerful thing. That's what Amazon is going to show people. That's what Amazon, people are going to use to find your stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so simple, but it's like a game. I like to treat it like a game. It's fun.
It says, RJ, you have a CreateSpace templates in the description that are suitable for KDP as well. Thank you, Michelle, for that. Yeah, so down below in the description, I do have a template for the interior for the journals, for just the lines. So download it. It's free down below if you guys haven't checked it out. Did it for you guys.
Good job, RJ. Way to get back.
You're so nice.
Here we go. Someone just made a sale. Okay, let's see. 8 international markets within Amazon. We're not sure like an exact, but there's a lot of markets within.
It's not just international though, because it's also like bookstores. It's like the markets are more than just like on Amazon.
Yeah, you have what's called expanded distribution, which puts you in like Barnes and Noble and potentially like Walmart online and so many different bookstores.
Do you know that's a good question right there. Do you have any books in there?
I try my best to check off expanded distribution as much as possible. It's not a big chunk of my income, so it's much less. So but every little bit helps.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. All right. So then you're basically, you're just doing this, like, this is you're doing this all by yourself. You don't have, you never thought about hiring a virtual assistant or anything like that?
I did hire a VA a few times to get my shirts transferred onto journal covers, but I know I need to hire one. I just like the designing part and everything about it. So I just kept doing what I'm doing.
Gotcha. Now, do you have any kind of like specific pricing strategy? Are you doing things like we do on merch where, the shirt has to sell obviously before it stays up there permanently? I don't think on KDP that's the case, right? Like once it's up, it's up.
Yeah.
right? So like, are you just basically set it and forget it in terms of your price?
Yeah, I usually sit and forget. $6.99 is my sweet spot. If I'm testing a journal, I might go a little bit lower, a little bit higher. Come Q4, if I see some journals that are selling really well, I might try to increase the price.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, I just sit and forget, spend my time doing other journals versus changing prices.
Nice. Okay. So good. Obviously, right there, guys. You guys can see, but basically, she's just more about like on the like go right. You're not. I'm not gonna worry about the price. I'm not gonna go back and switch it. You're not. You're not about that, right? You're more about just making, just designing, keep on going forward.
Yeah, I just enjoy the process of designing. If I do change the price, like I said, for Q4, I might limit myself to like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe a half an hour. But I just think you're stacking pennies at that point. So I'd rather just make new products.
Okay. I've been having have a question for you. So I have a book that's been I've been selling it like probably like 10 to 15 times a day. Could I go
Wow.
back? Could I go back and edit the book and switch the price on it on KDP? I haven't touched it. I'm too scared to touch it on KDP.
On KDP, what do you mean edit the book? Like the interior or just the price?
Just the price.
Yeah, you can do the price. They say, if you have the subtitles stuffed with like the pages, and if the subtitle doesn't match their recommended standards, it could get kicked back. But the worst thing that could happen is it'll say live with unpublished changes.
Okay. All right. Because it was actually just the one click. You know what I mean? How easy it was from CreateSpace to be transferred all over to KDP.
Yeah.
And I haven't touched it yet. And I was like, I don't want to touch it. I don't want to mess with it. So
I would try it for sure. And then, come Q4 time, at least I don't think this happens with shirts, but with books, if something's selling really well, Amazon will sometimes discount it for the customer, but you still get paid the full royalty. So you can always take advantage of that too.
Okay. Okay, cool. Like let's say do you like any of your books have like a lot of reviews on them, or
if I find the reviews there by accident? I think one of my books I saw the other day had maybe 4 or 5.
Yeah.
But they're all organic reviews. I don't search them out.
Does that usually sell like on a normal basis, the one with the 4 to 5 reviews?
Yeah, the one I saw yesterday with 4 to 5 reviews was ranked 15,000 in books.
Oh.
So it was good.
Here's a good question. So say, for example, you forgot to click on one of the marketplaces, like the expanded marketplaces, to put it out there. You can go back in and edit that on KDP, right? Because I know we can do it on CreateSpace. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you only edit the expanded distribution, it does not go back in it goes straight to processing, kind of like if you change the price just with merch. So I learned that yesterday. Right.
Okay. Is there any way to do it quickly? Like, say, for example, you uploaded a bunch and didn't click on that stuff?
I wish. No.
I know. That was the feeling I had. Yeah. That is the one thing that I haven't used KDP, but the CreateSpace drove me nuts. It was like, just give us some tools once you have a lot of stuff to be able to do things easier.
But if, for you or anyone else listening, it's not a huge percentage of money. So if it was me, I would not be on the top of my list.
Yeah. Okay. Now, okay, with that one that's you said it was at 15,000 sales rank. Do you mind telling us like how many times a day does that sell on average?
I don't even look at my KDP reports anymore for the individual books because I hate the reports. Let's see.
Because this is the thing, guys. Okay, it's so totally different. Like with the 15,000 sales rank with in books in the category, it's like it sells more. It's supposed to sell more in a day or like a monthly basis because like the sales rank there's in books with the sales rank that low, it's crazy because
15,000 is a really, really ridiculous book. You got to realize how many books there are that are out there. Like I know that we have a lot of t-shirts. Like it's not close to books. Like that's the sales rank with all of the catalog on Amazon. It's number 15,000 out of the entire catalog.
That was yesterday, and it changes really quickly. I've sold 44 of those this month. So what, average 8 a day? Is that 7 a day?
Okay, yeah. So that's another thing too, guys. Amazon started with books, right? They started selling books online first. and then they went from there. So that's a big thing. Like when you think of us, like think about it just as a normal customer. Like go on Amazon, they have all the books on Amazon. I'm pretty sure a customer says that probably more than anything else, I want to say. But it's just something to think about because that's where it started from, like college books, you know, and just in general, just like I don't know, just a book.
I mean, I know that I definitely, like, when I go to look for a book, it's the first place I go. Like, I go to Amazon. I don't want to go to Barnes & Noble or some other place and, like, walk through it and try and find the one book. It's much easier to just type it in.
Oh,
Not like I have to try it on, like, clothes or shoes or anything else. Like, a book's a book. It's the same everywhere.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so that's pretty crazy. Just have a book that low on sales rank. So
yeah, I was pretty excited. I don't check my ranks too often. I was just doing research and saw my book, and I was like, cool.
Right. What's your average royalty on that $6.99 sale?
That one is $2.04. Okay. Nice. And I made the cover in about 5 minutes. So I like those.
Are you doing most of your design work with the Over app or with Photoshop?
I would say 50-50. Well, maybe it's probably split with like Photoshop and Cover Creator. Okay. My Over is not too often. It's only when I'm away from my laptop.
Gotcha.
No, so that's pretty cool. But the thing is, though, like another thing too, guys. Like if you guys don't understand, like you don't hold no inventory, no nothing, and it's the book is being printed and shipped to the customer and getting it in 2 days, and you're not holding no inventory. So there's just like that's powerful. So
yeah.
Let's see. 63 people watching. How cool. Okay, guys, if you guys haven't give the video a thumbs up, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up and share it, please. And also too, we have Kelly's YouTube channel down below. If you haven't subscribed to her channel, it's pretty cool. Wake up in the morning, she's very energetic. I love watching your video. I love watching when you started. I was like, oh, this is cool. So if you guys haven't subscribed to her channel, please do me a favor, go and subscribe to her channel. Go leave a comment on one of her videos, and you guys have a question, actually that's a good thing too right there. So if you guys have any questions at all, and you go click on her channel and leave a question like on one of her videos that you guys have any questions for, she'll pretty sure she'll answer it. Okay, everybody just left now. Went down to 20. Just kidding. Nah,
tricky.
Nah, but yeah.
So what's your goal? We're obviously coming closer to Black Friday every single day, and that's where it really, really starts to kick off for us. Like, what's your goal for the rest of the year? Like, where do you see yourself spending your time and focusing?
My time and focus is probably about 80%, which is designing t-shirts and journals. I'm trying really hard to cut out the social media distractions, and the rest of the time, I call YouTube like my side hustle, trying to just build it on the side. Because AdSense isn't much at all. No,
it takes you need a lot of volume for AdSense to turn into something. I think, RJ, what do you get? Like $100 a month, basically.
It all depends. Right now, it's like averaging like 70. Like there's some months that average like 120.
I mean, mine's about the same. Like our channels are within like 500, 600 people. Like it's like 80 to $100 a month. It seems like.
Yeah.
You need to basically have a lot more viewers of your episodes.
Yeah, because there's such a huge opportunity with the holidays to make a lot of money. So that's just where my focus and goal is right now.
For sure.
There's a question right here. It says 10% of sale returns on the same item. Will Amazon take it down?
I don't really see any returns on my books.
Yeah.
I go through the column all the time because I'm always curious. Because I'll get negative reviews. The customer doesn't receive a product they expect, but I don't know if they just don't charge us for it. I don't know, but I've never seen it.
Yeah, that's why KDP has such rigorous guidelines too in terms of how it's supposed to be submitted and everything else on the interior files. The same with CreateSpace is because they don't want those returns. Like they want to make sure that the product the customer is getting is what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah.
Are those Young's templates, RJ?
No, I think they're looking at I'm trying to figure out which template they're looking at. I thought I had it in here. Okay, guys. If you guys go back to, I have a video on how to upload to KDP on that one. I thought I had it in here, guys, but I guess I don't. those are. Okay, go back to the other one, the video that I created, how to upload a KDP, and the description.
RJ will fix the link after the video.
I'll fix it after. Yeah, okay, I'll fix it after. Sorry, guys.
Do you use a program called KDP Rocket, Kelly?
No, but I know what that is.
What is it? I don't know what it is.
I think it helps with keywords.
Interesting. Okay.
It's just one of those extra softwares.
Gotcha. Okay.
Do you reckon what is there any tools that you recommend for anybody?
Tools for what? Or just tools in general?
Let's say tools for finding keywords.
Amazon.
I
also have a Chrome extension called Keywords Everywhere. Are you guys familiar with that?
I use that. I've used that. Have you tried the Amazon Keyword Suggestion Expander? I
have. I love that.
Yeah, that's my favorite one. That's by far my favorite one. But yeah, I've got Keywords Everywhere too.
There's another one too, but I just found out the other day. It's only for journals only.
Really?
I'll share it with you after. You guys can't have it. I'm just kidding. I'll put it in the description. I'll put it in the description after this video. There's another one. The guy's probably gonna get mad for me talking about it, but there's another one. It just it actually just shows just for journals only, nothing else.
Interesting.
So there goes your expander, Matt. Boom.
I'll take my expander. That thing makes me so much money, because it just puts everything in front of you. Like you see it instantly. It gives you like all the keyword ideas right there.
Oh my gosh, keywords, and then I knew niche ideas, and my mind was blown as soon as I downloaded that.
Also too, like you guys seen how Amazon's like improving like in the search results? Like it kind of just shows you what's like I don't know, it just seems like it's just showing you what's trending more right now. You guys notice that? Like it's been getting better? Or no? No?
I don't know what you're talking about, RJ.
Like when you put in the keyword, it actually pops up like faster. Like
their autocomplete. Yeah, it's more intuitive. It does a better job of figuring out what you're trying to search for without having to type as much of the title in.
Yeah, they seem like they're fixing it. Like
I definitely noticed that people are putting in like search terms for like the entire titles for shirts too. Because it's auto suggesting that stuff to me sometimes too. Like something that nobody would actually search for if they were like a human searching for something. So that's kind of interesting.
What is it, RJ, for journals? The one that that tool, I'm not sure what it is. I have to go search it. I'm not even sure. So I'll get back to you guys on that. Yep. The free journal. You have any type of journal templates that you said you only go to one website, correct?
For the templates?
Yeah.
I have a free line template, but it's probably just like yours. Okay. I usually use Keynote. That's another tool, I guess. I use Keynote for my interiors, which is the Mac version of PowerPoint.
Okay. Well, if you have the templates, we'll promote your templates below the.
It's the same exact one that you have, the line one. So it would just be it's a 6x9 lined for free. I can give you my Gumroad link, but it's probably very similar to yours.
Okay, we'll promote yours. Yours is better.
Mine's better. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So guys, if you guys have any questions, ask a few more. We're getting close to the end. Yeah. No, that's pretty cool. You provided like the free templates for the audience too as well?
Yeah, to just help people out, because I've noticed that when I first started, people had so many ideas, but they didn't really know where to start with the templates.
Yeah.
Or, didn't have the money to buy any. So I just provided that one free on Gumroad.
Gotcha. I know you mentioned you had some like ghostwritten books. Do you see yourself going back into that, or do you think you're just going to kind of stick with the no content stuff?
I do actually, because a few of my friends are doing well with audiobooks. Mm-hmm. So going into next year, I see myself taking some of my Q4 income and diversifying that way, just to get another income stream going. I don't know how deep I'm going to go into it, but it's definitely something I'm considering.
Gotcha. Now, is this like nonfiction or fiction stuff?
I would do nonfiction. Yeah. For sure. Have you ever done anything like that?
I've considered writing a book for a while. I think I have enough stuff between the newsletters that we've put out and the other content that I've actually written that I could just get a ghostwriter to go over it and kind of clean it up and format it a little bit for me and put it together. So I've wanted to write a book for a while. I just haven't known what to write about.
Gotcha.
How do you decide the background colors for text journals?
I keep it simple. I usually do black.
Okay.
And then if the niche is, if the niche is calling to me that it needs a different color, I'll do that. But for the niches that I do, black is sufficient, and it sells, so I don't deviate.
Okay, they're talking about tools right here in the chat, and they're like,
oh boy,
yeah, they're all. So one person says, we're supposed to share and play nice in the sandbox. Okay. Now, yeah. Now you have, I know you have so, like I said, you guys, if you guys haven't subscribed to her channel, I'm gonna keep on saying that to you guys. Go for it, because like she's providing so much content and she's doing really well with her YouTube channel.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I think the angle that a lot of people should be thinking about too is you already have a lot of this stuff. Like you have a lot of IP that you've created for Amazon for like shirts and stuff. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure that a lot of that stuff would be applicable for journals because it's kind of the same niches, right? Like stuff that people are interested in. You can take that and apply it to the journals, and you might have to do some editing in terms of the merch file to get it onto a cover. But a lot of the hard work's already done.
Absolutely. None of my like big sellers were merch shirts at one point, but my merch shirts on covers definitely sell.
Yep.
I just want to emphasize to people, don't put up crap. Research keywords. Don't just put up anything. Put up anything.
Yeah, I'm always big about like finding ways to not do work twice. So if you've already done the work, like figure out a way to be able to make some more money off that stuff.
For sure.
It says, would you say small books that are around 5K words sell more than books that are around 10K words and beyond?
Nonfiction or fiction, and I'm far removed from the ebook side of things. Mm-hmm. I know 10,000 books used to sell well with nonfiction, but I think it's more like 15,000 now. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
And as far as fiction goes, I think it's the same, but it's been a few years since I've ghostwritten, so those could be old numbers. I'm not too much help. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
No, it's okay. Beverly says she subscribed to your channel on here.
Thank you. But there is a category with the KDP thing called short reads. So look into that. Those are for really small books. So there might be a market for it, but it might not. Just who knows? But look into short reads.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. And a lot of people on here too. Like I said, you guys actually watch me and Matt. We guys support you in this business, like with Merch by Amazon, and trying to get you guys through like your everyday struggles and stuff like that, and try to motivate you. And then now you guys can learn another business with Kelly that she's teaching everybody pretty much for free almost, and giving away like all the goodies and stuff like that. So it's something else that you guys can listen to as well. When do you usually do like your weekly lives and stuff like that?
So. Right now I'm doing my lives at 12 p.m. Eastern time. I've tinkered with changing to Saturdays, but that's not set in stone. Mm-hmm. But I would just tell people to pay attention to my channel, and I'll let them know. I also have an email list that I have in the descriptions of my videos that I email people before I have a video go out. So if people are interested in the lives, they can always join that too.
Gotcha. Here's a good question from Teresa. Holiday themed journals. Do you do stuff specific for the holidays?
Usually not. I usually try my best to do evergreens because I stress over money and I don't want my income to fluctuate more than it has to. So that's my reasoning.
All right. How did we get into KDP short reads?
KDP short reads is an automatic thing by Amazon. If your book is a certain number of pages, I think one of the categories is like 1 to 10 pages, they should automatically put you in it.
Okay.
And it's just a different category that your books you're competing with.
Yeah. There's a tool that I mess with too. So so Michelle's talking about merch create. You can actually make the cover. So turn your merch t-shirt design into a KDP cover. It does it all for you. It's like you just upload it and then you download it and it converts it all for you. I think I have that down below in the description too as well. So
yeah. If that works for you guys, that would be awesome. I tried it. I've been using Photoshop way too long.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
All right. Well, Let's see. Whoop, whoop, whoop. If you guys have any more questions, go ahead and get them in because we're gonna go ahead and Do you compensation books? Do you do those too as well?
No, I missed out on that. But a couple of my friends, the one that I said quit her full-time job, she took advantage of composition books. So I know the possibilities are out there. I just never did any.
Okay. Do you know if back to school is back to school as big as Q4 for you?
I've never done many specific back to school.
Okay.
I know graduation is probably my second biggest sales, but Q4 for sure is the biggest.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, guys, I think we're gonna leave it off right there. She just basically told us one of her niches. If you guys are not happy with that, I don't know what to tell you. So, yeah, let's go ahead and end it off right there. Kelly, appreciate you coming on.
RJ will update the links down below with the templates for you guys. And then definitely go check out Kelly's channel. You guys should go in and subscribe if you're interested. She's putting out a ton of content every single week about exactly this.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you. It was good to finally get you on the show.
Yes, it was so fun. Thanks again.
Yes, absolutely. Have a good night.
Tell Dell I said bye.
I will.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.